Hey there, welcome back to another fall acrylic painting lesson. I'm Mike Ferris. I'm going to be getting started on my 11 by 14 inch pre-stretched canvas and my image already transferred. This traceable is available down in the description box if you'd like to draw it out beforehand, and also tools, colors, materials that I'm using, as well as a short video on how I transfer images to my canvas as I've done here using some wax transfer paper. So to get started on my palette, I'm going to have some phthalo blue, ultramarine blue, raw umber, burnt umber, permanent red, cad orange, yellow medium. This is light portrait pink, and for those that don't have that, you can easily make this by taking just a teeny bit of the permanent red or any red that you have and take some raw umber, just like a pin drop to dull that down, and then lots of white to bring it up and desaturate to about this value, and you can get that same color that way. So also right here, of course, titanium white as always, and I'm going to have my number 12 flat brush here. I'm going to start up here, and this is going to be all out of focus, also known as bokeh effect. And then as I get into the foreground, there'll be, of course, this leaf will be in focus, and these ones, and then some other things out of focus. So this is going to be a really good lesson on doing in and out of focus stuff, and also contrasting those against one another as another element to draw the eye in really well. I'm going to take a little bit of phthalo blue and just a little bit of raw umber to dull that down just a bit. And then to that, mostly titanium white. So I really want this very light sky color with just a hint of some blue in it. So I'm thinking about this value here. Okay, just something very light and very dulled down. Okay. And I'll just fill in, just like I said, the sky area with this. Okay, so something like that, and I'm going to go ahead and clean my brush off. Okay, I'm going to make a base color now. So I'm going to take some raw umber and just a little bit of yellow medium to that. And I'm actually going to take a little bit of blue to darken that a little bit more. So I'm looking for a dark army kind of a green here. See a little bit more raw umber to that. Something about this value here, and I'm just going to block in all of these surrounding trees here in the background with this value. Kind of dust it, like just kind of brush it with the very corner of the brush or very edge, whatever you want, and just very lightly kind of do this. It kind of gives it that broken up line, and that's important because I want to be able to use this color again with our sky color and go back over this and get that blended look. This is what bokeh is all about. And it's really the only thing here that's going to show the difference between all the stuff that's blurred out and all the focus stuff that has all the detail is really just blending more up here where it's out of focus, and then down here it's going to be hard lines where I'm just going to stop with the color and then begin a new color, and there's not going to be any blending or rough edges. And that's really all it is for the most part with in focus and out of focus, is having those fuzzy edges and then having smooth lines between colors. What I want to do now is I want to take a little bit of ultramarine blue, and I want to take some yellow to that. So ultramarine blue kind of makes more of an army kind of a green versus the phthalo blue, which is more of a vibrant green. And even then, from this duller green here, I want to dull it even further, and I want to darken it too. I want to take some of this raw umber to it. Okay, so that it's, like I said, a bit darker, and I just kind of want to work some of this in here for some shadow. Okay, just kind of like this, just kind of laying down the paint and just kind of lightly brushing it out. Okay, so it just kind of adds some dimension and depth and all that. Okay, so, and maybe in here a little bit. All right, let's get a little bit more phthalo blue and raw umber together. Had to think for a second. I've got two different kinds of blues here. Okay, and let's get a little bit more brown. That's the raw umber here. Okay. So essentially I'm looking for a very dark color. It's more or less a black, but in actuality, it's really a dark Payne's gray color when I have blue and raw umber like this. Okay. Okay, so just something kind of dark like this. And I want to just go up here, see my traceable up here where it kind of comes up. This is just to kind of show me where I wanted to put a tree. Okay, just kind of in a perspective way. Okay, just kind of doing something like that, and probably going to put one right here. Okay, something like that. And let's see, maybe a little bit more out here. Just very little pressure with my brush. I'm not wanting to lay too much paint down. I just kind of want to give kind of a distant indication of some things going on in the background. Okay, and I kind of want to blend this off. Okay, just very little pressure with my brush. I'm putting it on its side and just kind of stirring it up. Okay, just kind of like that. Also down here as well. See, there's just some shadow going on there. Maybe a little bit down here as well. Okay, just kind of like that. And once again, I'm going to go into some raw umber. I'm going to get a little bit more yellow medium to that. Okay, let's get some more raw umber. Let's get some more yellow medium. All right, something like this. Kind of making this more golden again, warming it up. Again, it's that darker army green though. Okay, and I just want to go back in here. Okay, just kind of brush over some of this tree here. Okay, again, to have it kind of blend in a little bit. That's what that bokeh is all about. It's colors blending and objects blending into one another, and you can't really tell in detail, but you can totally tell because of its general, you know, layout and everything, and just the shape that it's making. But see how rough that is? That's seriously, that's all bokeh is right there. That's simple. You just rough it up. Okay, so my camera died and I do apologize. I mixed a little bit of yellow medium with just a pin drop of some cad orange, and I filled that value in for the leaf that you see there. And now I'll continue with this value in some various places. Okay, again, just ramping up that out of focus effect there. Okay, and one more time in here. Okay, something like that. See, it kind of looks like light kind of shining through now a little bit. Okay, I'm going to clean that brush again. Okay, one more time. Let's go into some more yellow medium now. And let's go into more white. Okay, let's do that. And I want to get this more saturated here. So again, another layer, more saturation. Okay, showing up better each time. All the effects getting more dramatic and all that each time. So see, acrylics means just building it up, putting another layer after layer. And for me, I find it just gets more fun each time, because each time, like I said, it gets better and you really start to see it come to life right before your very eyes. And like magic, you know, it's like you can't believe it's happening. So let's see, let's get a little bit more white now. A little bit more white on my brush here. I want to take and really ramp up the shine out here a little bit. See that? It shows how the leaf is getting hit right there. Okay, I'm going to clean my brush now, and I'll come back to this. Just going to let it kind of sit for now, and I'm going to go back again to my number 12 flat brush. I'm going to start blocking in the other stuff here. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to take, again, some cad orange, some yellow medium, maybe just a teeny bit of burnt umber to that. Okay, and let's get a little bit of white. Let's get a little bit more yellow. Okay, and for me, the raw umber is not really so much to darken it, or I'm sorry, the burnt umber. It's more just to dull the color down a little bit, but not necessarily darken it. If that makes sense. Okay, a little bit more yellow in here, a little bit more orange. Okay, I don't know, something like this. Just a general orangey color. Okay, just to get something to work with. This is just base color. Okay, like base color is all it is base color. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some raw umber. I'm going to be on my toes today since I have two sets of blues and browns here. I got to make sure that I tell you the right one. I don't want to be saying raw umber when it's burnt umber or phthalo blue when it should be ultramarine and vice versa. You know, I just want you guys to be able to follow along. So I'm going to go ahead now with some of that blue. Just kidding. Phthalo blue. Okay, so phthalo blue and raw umber. I'm going to make my darkest value in this painting with those two. Okay, as you can see here, it's pretty much black. And I'm going to fill in these trees here with this. And with just some of this value, I'm just going to okay, just kind of something like that. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and clean this brush. Okay, now I'm going to just take some permanent red. Okay, just by itself, no mixing. And block in this little guy here. Okay, something like that. I'll put a little of that right in here or something. I don't know. We're not sure what that is. It's just part of the brush, part of the foliage and the fall leaf colors and all that blurred out in the distance. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of phthalo blue, raw umber, and let's see, just a little bit of titanium white. Let's go more raw umber to that. Okay, I'm thinking a little bit more dulled, a little bit more, a little darker too. Okay, maybe something like that, and just kind of want to fill in this area right here. See, kind of a darker value here. Show some shadow and brush and all that. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead now and clean my brush. Take a little bit of ultramarine blue, and now I want to take some white to that. So essentially this is what is called periwinkle. It's kind of a sort of a light bluish lavender color that you get when you put white into ultramarine. Okay, a little bit more color there. And let's see, I'm going to use this color, and I just kind of want to block in right here. And let's see, with that value, I'm going to get some more white here. I want it a little bit lighter right up in this area here. Okay, a little bit more of that color on my brush. See that? I can always adjust it, and See right in here, I want this a little bit more blued. Like that. I want to go back to my number 2 flat brush now. Just kind of wanted to do some blocking in down here just a little bit while I let this stuff up here dry, just to make it easier to go back over and of course get more opaque with colors and effects and everything and build it up better. So I'm going to take again some yellow medium and titanium white again just to make it more opaque each time. Okay, and I'm going to go again right in here. See, I'm getting to cover that line up even more. And the color is just a lot more vibrant now. See that? What I want to do is just take just a teeny bit of that cad orange and now just a teeny bit of burnt umber, titanium white. Okay, maybe just a little bit more orange. There we go. Something like that maybe. Okay, and once again right here you see the canvas kind of still showing. The paint kind of got took off there on that first layer. You know, first layers, it's kind of unpredictable with acrylics. It just is not nice, neat, and effective at first. You really need that ineffective, messy stuff in order to bring an effective outcome to life here so that you can get on top of something and make that happen. So the messy, ineffective first layer stuff there really is just our launch pad, as I like to call it, for all of the final effects and all the vibrant colors that you're going to see. Okay, something gets out, just rub it out with your finger if you want, or you can take a value and cover it up, whichever, however. Okay, and let's go with some of that. And I want to go out here just a little bit. See that? And it just kind of gives that light up in a way. Okay, and so I'll come back to that again in just a minute. I want to actually take and more or less kind of block in a general base color here. So I'm thinking, let's get some raw umber. Let's get some burnt umber to make it a little bit more vibrant. Let's get some yellow. Okay, I kind of want to do, let's see, a little bit more orange, or some orange actually. Okay, I don't know, something like that maybe. And I just want to go in here and just kind of block in this general shape here. Okay, so with this same value, I'm just going to apply that just in some of this area here, see, like this, just to kind of show some shadow and some things happening. Okay, so there's that, and maybe some of that up along this tree here in the background. Okay, just kind of something like this. I don't know. All right, however. Okay, I'm gonna clean this brush off now. And what I wanna do is take my number 4 natural flat brush here, the natural bristles, since now I have all the color blocked in. I can do these really nice bokeh effects. Let's see, let's get a little bit more yellow and some of that orange. Let's get some white now into that, lighten that. Okay, let's go something like this, and there we go. See, and on top of this orange, it's gonna give a value that is involved with another color in such a way that gives it realism in this way. That's why I like base colors first, because it just does that with the transparency effect of the color on top of another color, and how that brings out that color to be what it should be, instead of just one flat color that's, you know, you're maybe are struggling really hard to get. Okay, I'm gonna go again, let's take some more white. Get that lighter color involved now. And I'm gonna do something like this. See that? You can kind of tell there's like a bokeh light kind of play through here. Into that orange a little bit, yeah. And I'm not gonna cover all the orange. I kind of want to leave it like that. Now, let's take a little bit more of this orange here and some more of that white. Okay, and what I'm going to do is also start going down here and doing these. Okay, so I'm just going in a circular motion. I've got those natural bristles. As you can see, it really helps to do this kind of fade effect. And I'm going to have, let's see, let's go overlap with a couple like this. See that? Okay, most of that color off my brush. I'm going to go back into some raw umber and some phthalo blue. Okay, more raw umber. This is again that black that I made, that dark color. Okay, something like that. A lot of that color off the brush. And here's what I want to do is just go on the very outsides like this. See this? Again, I want to give that fuzzy line indication there. Okay, let's go back. Do another little round here. Okay, again, most of that color off the brush. Continue with this natural bristle brush and just kind of keep going with these things here. So I'm going to change up values and kind of do these things. So I'm going to take some burnt umber this time with some titanium white. And let's get some orange to that. More white. Okay, let's see. A little bit more of this burnt umber to it. Okay, a little bit more burnt umber. Okay, a lot of that paint off the brush. And again, I just kind of want to kind of show some things. I don't know. We're not sure. Okay, now I'm going to take some more yellow and I want to go into some of that orange just a little bit. Okay, like that. Let's go a little white. Okay. And let's go once again. Into some places here. Let's kind of do these things. Gonna go a little bit more white. Okay, something like that. And let's go kind of these things here. See this? And you lighten up colors like that and start doing these kinds of things with it, it just really just ramps it up. Okay, and let's see, let's get a little bit more white again and watch. I just want to glaze this over. I don't really want to take over with this white. I just kind of want to have the other colors show through it a little bit. But it just kind of takes, again, that bokeh to another place and gives the indication of light from the sun in the background too, hitting it. Okay, so just like that, just these things. Okay, let's get, again, a little bit more white. Go back into some of that color again. Okay, so it's not totally white. And again, kind of doing these things. Okay, and I actually want to get A little bit more orange and yellow. Okay, a good scoop of white. Okay, let's get some more yellow. All right, something like this maybe, yeah. Okay, just want to add some color into here a little bit, yeah, like that. Okay, and now let's go a little bit more orange. Okay, a little bit more saturated color here. Let's see, we can go to kind of show some things here. Okay, and I want to take some cad yellow, okay, by itself, and want to go in here with that. See this? Start doing these guys. All right, let's get this up here as well. We go ahead and wipe most of that paint off the brush and just get titanium white. And I want to do a nice bright bokeh light right here. So that same yellow, gonna be one right there. Okay, a little bit more saturated on the yellow. There we go. More opaque. There it is. Okay, so something like that, you can see. And I'm gonna go back into this kind of orangey color here. Okay, and a little bit more yellow to that, actually. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna start doing some stuff here, just some more bokeh stuff. Okay, just kind of something like this. Just that round circular motion. If it becomes too big, I can always take, again, a value and knock it back to the size that it should be by covering it over. Okay, so anything I want to do, it's all good. Okay, I want to go a little bit of burnt umber. And let's get some white. And a little bit of this portrait pink to that. Okay, a little bit more white. Let's get a little yellow to warm that up. Okay, and again, just gonna go in here and do some bokeh stuff like so. Okay, let's get some cad orange, a little bit of this permanent red. And let's get some white now into that. Okay, something like that. Let's go right here with that. Okay, I don't know, something back there that's red maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go back into cad yellow. I'm sorry, not cad yellow, yellow medium. And let's see, once again, I want to add one right here. You see, so kind of blend that into that. Okay, something like that. All right, I'm gonna let this dry because see how it took off in the middle there? Never fight that, always let that dry. It's all good, I can come back. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of titanium white. And it's got a little bit of this value in it, just a teeny bit. Okay, I'm not gonna go a whole lot of paint on my brush. I just kind of want to okay, so as you can see, something like that. And then I'm also going to take, again, some more cad yellow and a good scoop of white to that. I want it very light. And I'm just going to more or less just kind of do this number here. See that? It's more opaque. Kind of have these things kind of playing like this. Okay, so something like that. I don't know. Just kind of fill that in. And now I'm going to take a little bit of orange, good scoop of yellow. Okay, a lot more yellow. Okay, so it's this kind of orangish, kind of vibrant yellow orange color. Okay, I want to get that right up in here. Yeah, see, just like that. Okay, something like that. A little bit more portrait pink and a little bit more white. Okay, wiping a lot of that color off the brush. Okay, something like that. All right, I'm gonna switch to a number 2 nylon brush. The bristle brush that I have, the natural bristles are kind of too far out. I gotta cut them or something to get them more even, to get more of an even distribution of paint in what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go with this. This is gonna work too well. As you can see, it's kind of frayed out, not super intact, but this is perfect for blending and doing all the bokeh stuff. So again, I'm gonna load up and I'm gonna get some yellow medium. Okay, just alone, and one more time right in here. Just kind of want to get more vibrant, more opaque. See, so with each layer, as you can see, each time it gets better. Amazing. So I'm gonna get a little bit more white now into that. Okay, and I want to go a little bit brighter in here. Okay, with some of that yellow. And I'm going to add a little bit of cad orange now to this. Okay, and I want to do this. Okay, I'm going to clean this brush, get that orange out of there, and let's go back into some more yellow here. Okay, a little bit more white, or a little white into that. And let's see, right in here again. Okay, I'm just going to base coat this in. This is going to be some yellow bokeh light stuff here that I'll get to. Okay, so I figure I'll just put it there while I still have that color on my brush. Okay, and now I want to start working right in here and building this area up. So what I'd like to do is actually, I want to take some of this light portrait pink and a little bit of burnt umber to that. Okay, so it's got a little pink in there with this brown, and I want to pretty much base coat this right here. See this? I'm just gonna do, like I said, just get some base coat down for now with this. So I'm going to take now some yellow medium and some titanium white. Okay, this is just a very, very light yellow, super light yellow. Okay, and let's see, I want to go kind of right in here. Okay, just kind of get this general kind of base color for sunlight that's going to be beaming off the water here in the background. Okay, just kind of like this. And it's already starting to look like light's hitting it, and it's kind of bringing it out already, so that's cool. All right, and here's what I'm going to do now is grab also a little bit of this portrait pink and a little bit of burnt umber to that, so it's a little darker. And I kind of just want to go like this. Yeah, see, like that. Of course, I want to leave some of this blue here because that is showing the water. Okay, but just gonna sort of work this value in here and there, but not everywhere. Let some of this blue play along. Okay, just like that. And just kind of getting these fuzzed out edges here and things. Okay, so more or less that's just another area of blue showing in a specific shape to kind of give it its perspective and everything. Okay, so kind of like that. And let's see, okay, something like that. So it just kind of blends together a little bit right there. See, like that. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean my brush. All right, I'm gonna take my palette knife now, and I'm gonna get a little bit of yellow medium, not much, just a very little bit, just a teeny bit, and just a teeny bit of burnt umber to that. Okay, that's just to dull the yellow down really just a bit. And now I want to wipe all that paint off my knife. I'm just gonna take just yellow, I'm sorry, some titanium white. There we go. I knew I'd get it right. Okay, let me get a little bit more. And again, going back to my number 2 flat brush here. That's my nylon flat brush. I'm just going to load up some paint. Okay, just a little bit of paint on the brush. And just want to start kind of doing these little guys here. Okay, something like that. Okay, to show something. And then I'm just going to come over here and what I want to do now is take a little bit more of that cad yellow, I'm sorry, yellow medium. Okay, and I want to kind of go up right here. And I'm going to go outside a little bit like this. See this? With this yellow here. Okay, that's going to be a very bright spot right there. I'm going to go ahead and work this now. Okay, start making this more of a bokeh light there. Okay, I'm going to clean my brush now with a very dry brush. I'm just going to take just pure titanium white. And let's see, I want to go in here. Okay, I'm going to take some yellow medium, and let's see, I'm going to add again a little bit of white to that. Okay, just to lighten it this time. Okay, and again, a lot of that paint off the brush, and I want to go okay. Now I'm going to go back into that faded yellow color that I made here. Remember, that's a little bit of burnt umber into mostly yellow and then a lot of white. And going to okay, going to go back into that light yellow. Okay, I'm going to go back into some orange. Just a teeny bit. And a little bit of burnt umber. And now a good scoop of white. Okay, and what I'm going to do is right above here, I want to just kind of glaze in another bokeh light kind of deal up here. Now what I want to do is get a little bit of titanium white with some portrait pink. Okay, something like this, and I just kind of want to strike somewhat of a bright spot on the edge here. Once again, I want to get some yellow medium again. And I just want to go on the very edge, see, just like this. Okay, just to kind of show the light up area here, you know, where it's all just super vibrant. I'm going to take now some more white and a little bit of yellow medium to it. It's a very light yellow. Okay, wiping a lot of that paint off, and I just want to go just kind of like this. Okay, now I want to take just a little bit of this portrait pink, light portrait pink that is. Okay, a little white in there to desaturate that down. And now just a teeny bit of burnt umber into that, and then again some more white. Okay, so perfect, something like this. Okay, and so what I want to do is just kind of create just some things like that, and just kind of show a distinction between some of these. Without cleaning, I'm going to take some permanent red and some burnt umber together. Okay, something like that. I just kind of want to sort of show some of this color out here. Okay, maybe some red leaf that fell in the water here, floating down the stream. Okay, and once again, I want to take some burnt umber and some of this light portrait pink. Okay, a little bit darker on the brown here, a little bit. Okay, something like that, and just kind of want to define up some of this. See that? Like that. Okay, and so what I want to do now is take a little bit of that portrait pink again and some of that burnt umber, and I want to get a good scoop of white to that. Okay, very good scoop of white. And I'm thinking something like this. I just want to go in and again I want to apply some more of these bokeh lights here. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and clean this brush now. I want to take that light color again. That's just a little teeny bit of burnt umber into some yellow and mostly white. Okay, for a dull down value like this. And once again, let's see. Just gonna go in here and apply some of these bokeh lights, see, like that, and okay, gonna get a little bit more yellow now. Okay, just a little bit on the brush, and I just kind of want to just titanium white now. Just a little bit of this color, not much, mostly titanium white. Okay, and once again, just want to build this right in the center here and not cover up all that surrounding glow. See that? That makes a difference. Okay, one more time. Let's go titanium white. And now what I want to do is I want to again take some raw umber now and some phthalo blue. Okay, something like that. And let's see, I'm gonna go a little bit more raw umber. Now let's get some titanium white. Okay, so something like this. And I just kind of want to do some of these things like this to show some water stuff happening here. See something like that, maybe. Just small little detail stuff. Okay, not much. What I actually want to do now is go a little bit of permanent red, not much, into some of this. I want to go titanium white. Okay, so I kind of want something like this. It's kind of a light, kind of dulled down lavender color, but okay, something kind of like this. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of red, a little bit of burnt umber, a little bit of portrait pink. Okay, a little bit of titanium white. A little bit more burnt umber into that. Okay, see something like this. And I want to go in here, just kind of block in the rest of, I don't know why I didn't fill the rest of that in, but anyways, I'm going to block in this leaf here on top of this. Okay, that gives it more saturation. Okay, just kind of something like that, and I'm going to now take a little well, actually I'm going to go a little raw umber. And let's see, I can go kind of show some leaf indication stuff. A little bit of that out here. Okay, something like that. And let's see, a little bit of here's another thing I want to do. I want to take some portrait pink and again some burnt umber. And I want to take again titanium white. And again, I just kind of want to okay, there we go, something like that. Again, just more titanium white. And I just want to hit more or less just these two right here. So it shows like the light's kind of bouncing around so you don't get them all. You kind of shows the brightest ones, right? Coming from the light here, hitting, see that? Ain't that nice? And there'll be one or two sneaking in over here, maybe, yeah. Okay, something like that. And let's see, moving along, I want to take some orange and some raw umber to that. And I want to get some yellow. Okay, a little white. A little bit more yellow. There we go. Okay, something like that, and just kind of want to do, you know, a leaf that kind of fell out here in the water. Okay, maybe another one right here. I don't know, something maybe over here. Okay, something like that. I also want to work in some of this right here into some of that. Maybe I'll put a little bit of that. You know, show a little bit more bokeh light stuff happening, and then also okay, something like that. See, go ahead and get just a little bit of raw umber to that. And I'll just get something like that that kind of shows some shadow maybe on them. Floating in the water, see that? And then also right in here. Okay, there it is. And I'll place some of this in here. Okay, I'm just gonna block in this part right here. All good, just whatever. Okay, just getting that established for when I do. Okay, cleaning off that brush. Let's see, I'm gonna go back into some more of that orange, and this time some more white. And I just wanna, again, see, just give this bokeh kind of highlight effect there, see that? Moving forward, I'm going to grab a little bit more white now and some of this color here. This is just basically some red and some brown and some white. So what I'd like to do now is, before I do the leaves, is I'd like to block in the rest of the background, which would be the water area. So I'm actually going to, again, go back to my number 12 flat brush. It has a really nice edge to get around all these little things here. And I'm going to take actually some phthalo blue and some raw umber to that. And let's get some titanium white. Okay, there we go. I'm thinking something like that. And basically just gonna go and block in the rest of this. Okay, just kind of like this. Okay, I'm gonna work on something now up here. I wanna go back over and just kind of do some more things. I'm going to take a little bit more of this yellow medium. Let's see, some titanium white, some burnt umber to that. So it has some more saturation in that color. Okay, something like that. And just want to go and sort of kind of play these in, make them a little bit bigger. Without cleaning, I'm just going to take some more white now. And I really want to go right in here again. Okay. And now I'm just going to take some burnt umber, or sorry, raw umber. Okay, straight up. And right in here. Okay, something like that. And you're just gonna leave that like so. And then also, I'm gonna go back into some more of this. Okay, so it's like this dark maroon kind of color here. And that's gonna be the shadow in the water right here from this leaf. Okay, a little bit up here. I'm just gonna sort of show this here. Okay, a little bit of that. What I want to do now is start doing some water stuff in here and all of that. So I'm going to now take just, again, a little bit of this yellow here. And I'm going to start creating just some of these things, like be another Bokeh Light Kiss for starters right here. Okay, and then something like that, and then in the water right here to it. Okay, something like that. I don't know. Down in here, I'm just kind of getting this mapped out for now. Okay, I'll definitely take care of more of this here in just a moment, but for now, back into, see, I want to get some white and go back into some of this blue color here, this light blue that I made, or I'm sorry, that watercolor that I made. I want to put a lot of white in it. Okay, something like that. And I want to start doing some ripple stuff here, so it's going to be kind of something kind of like that, I'm thinking. And let's see. And then maybe like another one right here. Okay, just some ripples, yeah, to go with it. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of phthalo blue and some raw umber again together. Okay, to make that dark value once again. Okay, and just a little bit of paint on the brush, and what I want to do is start creating these bubbles and putting this shadow into the water in some places as well. So I'm just going to take my number 2 flat brush again, and I'm going to do something like this. Okay, just something like that, and let's see. Okay, there's another one that's going to be right here. It's just, I don't know, kind of like that, and about the same place that is, kind of like a double bubble. So I'm going to take now some raw umber. Okay, just a little bit. And it's got a little phthalo blue in there, and I kind of just want to go in here with some detail here at the corner and the edge of this number 2 flat here. Just kind of start doing this, kind of building some shadow here. Okay, kind of something like this. Okay, something like that. I don't know. Whatever this is, this little stick or part of a leaf floating there or something. Okay, we're not sure. All good. All good. It's a bokeh world. But it's enough to give some interest and draw the eye in and all those things. So, okay, I'm just gonna kind of dust this out a little bit, this little shape here. Okay, I want to take a little bit of phthalo blue, maybe a little bit of ultramarine, and I want to take some titanium white. Okay, a little bit more of the the phthalo blue. Okay, a little bit of raw umber into there to dull it down just a bit. Okay. Okay, so taking basically about the same watercolor here. And I'm just going to fill this in, just kind of like this, and I'm going to leave a little opening here for some titanium white for some striking highlight. Okay, just going to block this in pretty much like so. Okay, without cleaning, I'm going to take some more titanium white. Okay, get like a highlight color. And let's go something like this. Maybe a little of that right in here. And this one right here has a striking highlight of that right there. See that? Okay, and now I'm going to clean my brush again. Okay, I'm going to get some more titanium white just by itself. Now what I want to do is go into some of this portrait pink, or light portrait pink. Okay, just a little bit of raw umber to that. Okay, just to dull it just a bit. Okay, so just something like this, and I'm going to strike this across like this. See that? I want to put some of this value in with some of this just a bit. See this? Okay, just kind of working some of that in, and now with that same value, I want to go kind of right here. It's going to be a nice, awesome looking bright shine that's going to just zing off the water here super well. Okay, and I'm just going to get some base color for some glow and all that. I'm going to build this up a little bit. Okay, that's going to hit like so, and then okay, see that? Just kind of boom, right here. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of yellow medium now. Okay, something kind of like this. And I didn't clean my brush. I'm just going to take a little bit of this light color here, just to kind of lighten that down, and it has some of that duller in there. Okay, so, okay, something like that. So it's not too saturated. Okay, it kind of takes away the realism just a little bit that way. All right, and I'm going to kind of do this number here. Okay, where this is kind of just a little bit of paint on the brush. And I just kind of want to fade this out into that portrait pink mixture thing here. Okay, something like that. Okay, I'm just going to fill this in just to give that effect. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just kind of going on the very outsides. I'm not going all the way through that portrait pink. Okay, I want that to play along with it. It's going to help with the shine and the glow very well. Okay, by leaving that there. Alrighty, I'm going to go and take some more of that white and yellow together. Okay, and with that, I'm going to wipe a lot of that paint off the brush. I want to take this out just a little further. So I'm going to start in the middle, and see, I can always go bigger. And I can always shrink it back too with blue from the water. Okay, if I need to, it's all good. Okay, something like that, and I'm going to actually put some of that color in here too. Okay, that way it's just lighten that up. See, it's kind of hitting that, ricocheting off. I'm going to have some of that color playing here. See that? Yeah, just a symphony and an orchestra of colors playing together. How about that? All wonderful. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take some titanium white without cleaning. I want to go back in here, really sparkle up these little light areas in here, okay, where the water's glimmering and gleaming and all that. And what I'm going to do is actually get some more titanium white on my brush. Okay, it's got a little bit of that yellow in it, not much, mostly white, but I'm just gonna keep it pretty much here in the middle. I'm just gonna drag it out. Okay, just like this. Look at that, see that? Nice little glow and shine happening here, see that? Also gonna hit some of that up here, see that, like that. How about that? Okay, that yellow glow in here as well. Sort of hit this in the middle again with more white here with a very dry brush. And I just want to pull it into this faded yellow stuff here, just kind of brighten up the center there. Really just makes it pop and shine that much more, see that? Okay, just like that. Boom. Okay, so what I want to do is, because I have a bright spot here and I've got a bright spot there, I kind of want to have light kind of ricocheting in line with some of that to show light infiltration, as I like to call it. Really just zinging through this painting. So I'm going to take some white, just pure titanium white with my number 2 flat brush here. And once again, I'm going to go right in here, just keeping it more or less in the center. And just kind of fading that out. Bright shining ones, see, like this. And some of these. Some of these. Okay, see that light kind of just trickling down now. We can see some brighter stuff here. Okay, and just gonna randomly kind of pick out some really bright ones to show kind of like sun kisses that are direct, that are hitting, while the rest of them kind of, you know, fade off and show kind of the refraction of the light and, you know, just different stuff happening. But it's, as you know, not direct. It's got more color in it. I'm going to start doing, again, more bubble stuff. So I'm going to go in here now, and I'm going to take, again, some more phthalo blue, some raw umber, and let's see, a little titanium white. Okay, I don't know, just kind of a base color again. And let's see, I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to pick out where I want my highlight. It's going to be something like in here, like kind of like this. Okay, so I'll come back in here with white. Just kind of something like that. And okay, I'm going to leave this for a second. I want to start, I want to block in this right here. So let's see, I'm going to take some cad orange, some burnt umber to that. And let's see, some titanium white. Okay, just kind of a general orangey kind of color here. I'm just going to do like this. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more white. And what I want to do now is start making some little things in the water here. Little swirlies and squiggly doos and, you know, things like that. So I'm going to take some permanent red, actually some raw umber this time to that red. Okay, so this very dark maroon color here. And what I'm going to do is just kind of do some of these, okay, like some of this right here, just kind of come down like that. Okay, some little water stuff here, I don't know, just kind of this and that. And also in here. Okay, All right, now let's see, I'm going to have okay, so I'm going to get some red again. Again, some raw umber to that. And I'm thinking, what the heck, I'll just put shadow in early. Just gonna, again, do the same thing. Only these shadows, not these ones. Okay, the upper part. I'm gonna go ahead now and take some more of this red, and I'm gonna take some white and some more burnt umber to that actually, and some white. Okay, more burnt umber. All right, something like that. I'm gonna block this in down here. This is gonna be base color for this bottom part. Okay, I'm gonna go titanium white. Good amount there, and let's see, I wanna go, boom, right here. Okay, something like that, see that? And now what I want to do is take most of that color off my brush. I just want to go into straight raw umber. And I want to put a shadow . Okay, I'm gonna have a white highlight right there going into that, so. But again, as you can see, I just got this leaf now defined by going into the white just a little bit there, see that? I'm gonna go back into blue and some of that raw umber. Okay, just a little bit of white. Okay, a little bit of white. A bit more, okay, and right under here. Okay, something like that, I don't know, however. Okay, and okay, so I got different values working in here. See this, to give this bubble some detail. Okay, I'm gonna clean my brush. Once again, let's go into pure titanium white. And I wanna go in here and just again, make these bubbles happen here. And I'm going to, let's see, go into more of the phthalo blue and raw umber, titanium white again. Okay, just kind of this mid kind of deal here. Okay, so I'm gonna go just kind of like this. no cleaning. I'm just going to take some more of this phthalo blue and some titanium white. Okay, a little bit darker blue there. I want to go back in here. And I'm going to clean my brush now. Again, just pure titanium white. Okay, just kind of doing this number here. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of a highlight here and there once in a while. See that in the water? Okay, like that. Let's put a few right in here. Let's see. Okay, see, just kind of some light playing in here. Now what I want to do is take, again, some of this portrait pink, light portrait pink that is, and a little bit of raw umber to it this time instead of burnt umber. And actually a little bit of red to that. Okay, I'm thinking something like this, and I just want to go on here and just kind of give this glow and this shine. Okay, a little bit right here, not too much. Okay, going into some more phthalo blue with some raw umber. Get a little white, and again, let's fill in another little bubble here. Let's see, I'm gonna leave an opening here for a little white highlight there. See that? Okay, and also on the very edges here, there's going to be some light striking, and also down here. So I'll leave that open there. Okay, just like that, and just going to block in where the color is. Okay, something like that, as you can see, and I'm going to take a little bit of raw umber now and some of that phthalo blue together. Okay, again, that very dark color. Okay, looks like a black, and right in here, okay, just like that. See that? Okay, so something like that, and with that color still on my brush, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of do this right here. Okay, this is going to be just some of that shadow in here. And so now, without cleaning, I'm going to, again, take some more phthalo blue, and I'm going to take some more titanium white to that. Okay, so a little bit more blue. Let's see, so something like that, and I'm going to go in here and just kind of fade this into the black just a little bit. Okay, and just going to sort of block this in the rest of the way here. I'm going to wipe a lot of the paint off the brush. I'm going to get some raw umber and some phthalo blue again for that very dark value again. Okay, something like this. And once again, let's go kind of something like that, and just gonna sort of fade this off. into that blue. See that? I'm just going to stir this up. And what I'm going to do now is take a little bit of titanium white. I'm going to go back into that blue color again, and let's go a little bit more phthalo blue. Okay, I want to make this a little bit more vibrant. Okay, a little bit more white, and again, I'm going to go back over. See that? That dark. And now what I want to do is, once again, go back into that raw umber and some permanent red. Okay, something like that, and kind of hit this right here. Want to do is take again some of that light portrait pink and some raw umber to that, and some titanium white. Okay, actually a little bit of red now to that, maybe a little bit more burnt umber to that. All right, and just gonna strike some things that are kind of more vibrant. Okay, kind of like that. Maybe something down here like this. Okay, a little this, a little that, little strikers. Okay, and even in here. Okay, something like that. Okay, just wiping most of that paint off the brush, and now what I want to do is just grab pure titanium white, and I want to bring in this highlight and bring in a shape to it. Okay, a little bokeh stuff there happening, maybe just a little bit, okay. And then also right in here. All right, now what I want to do is grab just a little bit of phthalo blue. Let's get a little bit more titanium white, okay. So right in here, just kind of want to do this right here. See where these two meet? I want to put that right on top of that, where that line is between those two values, and blend both directions here, in one side into the dark and the other side into the light value here. See that? Like that. It really gives a nice shine. Okay, just like that. Cleaning my brush and just pure titanium white again. Okay, I'm going to wipe the rest of the paint off my brush. I just want to work with what's here now. Okay, and again, I just want to drag it out. Okay, I don't want to go back into the middle, because then I'll bring that darker value back in, and then I'll just have to bring in more white again. Okay. So what I want to do now is go into portrait pink. Okay, just a little bit of that. And here, I just kind of want to kind of do these little highlight things here, and also kind of want to do this. Okay, and show these little things in the shadows here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take my number 6 angle brush and I'm going to start working some highlight stuff and some little bit of details on some of these other leaves before I get to these ones. And what I'm going to do is actually take some orange and some red, and I'm going to get some white into that. Okay, just a little bit more white. Okay, so something like this I'm thinking, and I want to go in here, see this a little bit more, what's going on with this light here is hitting it. I want to go into some burnt umber. Okay, straight up, no cleaning. And I just want to take and start, I want to do kind of these lines right here in this leaf. Okay, something like that, and we'll see. Okay, I want to take a little bit of, again, this permanent red. Maybe just a little orange to that. Okay. Something really red. Okay, warmed up a little bit with that orange, and there's a red part of this leaf right here. Going back to my number 2 flat brush here, I'm going to take some titanium white, just pure titanium white. Okay, I'm going to hit a highlight right here. Okay, just kind of something like that. Also, right there, little water spots. Okay, stuff like that. Okay, going back to my number 6 angle brush again, I'm going to start blocking in now our leaves here. And what I'm going to do is basically, I'm just going to take a general orange value here. So cad orange, just a teeny bit of burnt umber to that, and how about a little bit of titanium white. Okay, so I'm thinking something around, let's see, a little bit of yellow maybe in there. Warm that a bit, I don't know. Okay, a little bit more burnt umber to dull that. Okay, I don't know, something like this. Just a general orange value, and just going to use the very tip, and I'm going to do kind of like this. See this? Kind of has that leaf texture to it. See, as I use the tip here, I can kind of form that however. Okay, without cleaning, I'm just going to take some burnt umber and some red and titanium white. Okay, and forgot to fill in this little leaf here. Okay, wipe most of the paint off, and I'm going to take some raw umber. Okay, and kind of do. I want to take some yellow now. Good scoop of that, and I want to go back on top of this. Okay, and just kind of do something like that. So what this does is it kind of gives me this yellowish orangey color when I put that base color down and then stick some yellow on top like this. See that? All right, so just kind of doing this. See that? And that kind of mixes in a little bit with the orange that's there, but look at how that just kind of adds some really cool effect. Just some really neat color to put in like that, okay? And I'm actually not going to take it all the way to the edge because I want it more reddish up here. Okay, and lighter down here. Okay, I'm going to go back into some more yellow medium. And let's see. Once again, where I want it the brightest and the heaviest, right here, where the light's going to be really zinging in right here. Okay, take this all the way to the edge. Okay, something like that, and it's going to kind of stop right there, and I'm just going to sort of play the rest of this in. Okay, kind of something like that, and I'll place some of this in here too. See that? Just kind of dusting this out. Okay, just adding those colors in. See how that just makes a vibrant glow. Isn't that awesome? Okay, and so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually take a little bit more of this orange and burnt umber to that. Okay. And a little bit of yellow just to warm it back up, but I want to darken it now, and what I want to do is get specific in here with this shadow. I want to something like that, okay, and I'm just going to fill this in like this. See this? Okay, no cleaning. I'm just going to take a little yellow now. And I just kind of want to go back in here. Now what I want to do is just take a little bit of this red. Okay, no cleaning. And I want to take and go something like this. Okay, I don't know, something like that, okay? And let's see, I'm just gonna okay, something like that. And I'm going to take some burnt umber and some orange again, but more burnt umber this time. Okay, maybe a little yellow to that to warm that just a bit, okay? So I'm thinking kind of a warm brown like this. And I want to take and just kind of do this here, start putting in the stems here. Okay, something like that, and okay, something like that, see that? And I'm going to clean this brush again. So let me, now I'm going to go some red, a little bit of orange maybe into that, yeah. Okay, and once again, I want to kind of hit some of this stuff here, see that? Okay, something like that. How about that? See, some details. Love details. All right, and let's see. I'm going to clean this brush off again. Okay, and I'm going to get again a little bit of burnt umber and some cad orange. Maybe a little yellow into that. Okay, a very warm brown again, and I'm going to kind of go over this red with that just a little bit to kind of play that in with it, okay? Just to give the coloration and all those things, okay? And I'm going to play this also into that leaf as well. Okay, I'm gonna just take some raw umber. And I want to fill in my stem here, so okay, going back to my number 2 nylon flat brush here, I'm gonna take now just some yellow. See, yellow medium, and just a teeny touch of orange. Okay, something like this. Okay, and I'm gonna go back in here and just kind of streak in these things like this. See that? Kind of add some more glow and shine, and kind of gives the indication that light's kind of hitting the back of it, kind of zinging through a little bit, lighten up the color a bit. Okay, just kind of like this. Okay, and I'm going to swipe most of that color off my brush. I'm going to take just titanium white now. Let's see, I want to go a lot lighter in here. Yeah, like this. See that? Okay, so I'm also going to go over these stems here because the light is really hitting this really strong. And I feel like the stems would be kind of lost in that light. See, like that? Okay, and I'm going to leave it a little bit yellow over there. Okay, just kind of showing that a little bit. And I'm going to go kind of something like this. See that? A little more light kind of hitting there. I want to go to my number 12 flat brush here. I'm going to go on top of these again with something here. And what I want to do now is take some yellow medium again and a little bit of raw umber this time. Okay, maybe something a little bit darker army green. Okay, kind of like, I'm thinking like this, maybe a little bit more yellow. Okay. And I wanted this orange base coat first, and on top of this, I kind of want to do this number here. Okay. So, again, I'm just going to base coat on top of this orangey stuff, and I just kind of wanted to do that to get, like I said, just more of this kind of look here that I'm going for. Okay, with the color and everything. So see, you got to build up layers and have other colors kind of show through if you want your colors a lot of times in the acrylic world to look realistic and show up a certain way and not just look like a flat, dead, cartoony color, but have that realism to it. So base color all day, and putting more layers on top of that, super ideal. Okay, that's how we get those colors to look the way they should and be real looking, and you know, with the object that it's on. All right, I'm gonna let this kind of hang. I'm gonna go back over here, same thing, just kind of put this in right here. I'm going to take some red, and I'm going to take a little bit of burnt umber to that. Okay, a little bit of orange maybe. Okay. I'm thinking kind of a darker, kind of reddish orange with a little bit of burnt umber into there to dull it a bit. Something like that. And I want to start making these leaf stems here. So I'm gonna kind of go like this. Okay, just kind of getting that line straight between these 2 points. Kind of like this. Okay, something like that. See that? So something like that, I'm thinking. Okay, all these little things here, and also over here. Okay, I want to get some more yellow medium now on this number 12 flat brush. I want to go to titanium white with that. Okay, just a little bit for opaque reasons. Okay, get that in there. All right, something like this. And just gonna fill in all right, I got my number 3 nylon round brush. I'm going to use that to do some more stuff on here. I'm going to actually take some more of this yellow. Okay, and I'm going to pull it through to a point. Gives me a nice sharp tip, and with that I'm just going to kind of do this number here. See this, like that? Kind of shows this kind of leaf texture here. See that? These little shapes like this. Okay, and so I'm gonna do that in this type of array here. Okay, just kind of something like this. Alrighty. Let me go ahead now and I'll get some more of this. Okay, that reddish brownish kind of color, and again I just want to go back in here and just kind of do this number here. Okay, loading up some more of that paint again, and just gonna kind of come in here and just kind of do something like this. Okay, something like that. I'm also going to go in here and kind of settle some of this down and do the same thing. Okay, Rooster's going crazy out there, I know. All good. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, something like that. Okay. Again, just going through. Okay, let's get some of those over here as well. Okay, just like that. Okay, I'm going to clean this brush again. I want to gold and shine this guy up. Let's go with some more yellow and white. Okay, pull through as it brings it to a point, and again, just kind of like this. See that? And I got some of this darker value to my advantage to work it and leave some of that so it looks like kind of more of those broken lines. Okay. Okay, see something like that, just kind of bouncing off. I'm gonna go back to my number 2 nylon flat brush, and this brush is getting a little worn out, but that's okay. I can still use it just fine. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and back into this red, this burnt umber, some white. Let's see, a little bit of white. There we go. And let's go ahead and strike a highlight on the stem, just on the edge like so. Okay, and to that color I just want to add a little bit more titanium white. And with this brighter value, let's go one more time, and I want to enhance and make this pop just a little bit more. Okay, now going into some raw umber, and to that a little phthalo blue for that dark Payne's gray or made black, darkest value in the piece here. And with this, I just want to go in and strike some shadows for some more water ripple effects. Okay, after cleaning my brush, just pure titanium white, and I want to strike some highlights right above the shadows and bring out some of the shimmer and shine of the water ripples. Okay, now I'm going to do something pretty cool here. I'm going to take some light portrait paint with my number 2 flat brush, and to that I'm going to add a little bit of this reddish orange mixture. Just to kind of set that ablaze a bit with this nice bright glow, and let's get some titanium white to it, something like this. And what I'm going to do is take and start here and just kind of make this arc. And in the very foreground here, it's going to have this final punch where the painting says at the very end, hey, look at me one last time and check out this vibrant glow and this light ray that's bokeh out in the front here. And it really just gives it this photography look in the end. So you can totally skip this or follow me on this. It's up to you. But I thought, again, this would be an extra punch to it. So I'm just going to fade out the sides, as you can see, because it is bokeh, and it's all about the fading of the edges and keeping it in this blended kind of look like so. Okay, so I'm going to go now into some phthalo blue, just a teeny bit of raw umber. Let's get some titanium white now. I want that watercolor back again. Okay, just something like this, and again with my number 2 flat brush, I'm going to go in and just kind of just glaze over some of that glow, that portrait pink and that orangey red color that I've struck in here. And by doing this, it gives it more of a transparency look. As you can see, I'm just kind of going over it just very lightly, little paint on the brush and very light pressure with my brush, and it just kind of gives it more of a bokeh effect this way. Okay, now I'm going to go with a clean brush back into that orangey, kind of peachy color here with a little bit more white into it to make it lighter. And I just want to take the edge of my brush and I kind of want to do these half circles. And this is the start of showing some of that light ray and just kind of how these bokeh lights play in here. Okay, so with that same light value again, and I'm going to start striking some more solid opaque light within this. This is going to be the brightest spot here. And I'm just going to carry this out and just kind of do these little circular kind of things like so, and just kind of bring it on down along the stretch of this arc here. And I'll adjust some colors along the way. Okay, no cleaning. I'm going to go now back into some of this cad orange and get some of this light portrait pink together. And with this is going to be no titanium white added. I want this extra vibrant, more saturated color. And with this, I'm just going to work this in just here and there, but not everywhere. And by doing this, it adds some glow to this bright shine. Okay, no cleaning. I'm going to take some yellow medium now and just a little titanium white to that. I want to add some of this yellow tone in there. And this is really just going to ramp up the glow. And when I put the titanium white in the center where the brightest part is, it's going to really illuminate and show this really awesome bokeh sun ray. Okay, now I'm just going to take just titanium white now. And I want to go where I want it the brightest and the heaviest in the center of this part of it here. And as paint gets off the brush and gets lighter, it's going to be easier to blend it out and just really take that white out and fade it into that other color there and really show this illuminating light happening. Okay, let's go into some more titanium white. And again in the center, and as paint runs off the brush, one more time, just fading it out, really sparkling up this fading light here. Take my script liner brush, lots of water and titanium white, and I'm going to go ahead and sign right here. And thank you again so much for all your support and following along. Let me know down in the comments how this went and any questions you have. I'll do my best to answer anything. And please don't forget to subscribe if you dig my art and these lessons. I'll be putting them out more often and regularly, at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. And I'm trying to develop more of a steady schedule with when I'll have content out. Okay, so as you can see, a lot of things going on. We got bokeh, we've got details, we've got texture, we've got lights and shadows, and as always, mixing colors and getting the tones where you want them to be. But other than that, go for this. This is a really good lesson on getting well-rounded on so many different things happening in one piece. Very forgiving. You can cover things up if you don't like them. And with that said, I want to wish you guys a happy fall and happy painting to you.